What's up, guys? Welcome back to Mateo. Welcome to Mateo video. And in this video, I'll be reviewing the X Mansion. This is a awesome set. It's based off the 97/animated series design, which I love. I just love the design. But the rooms are kind of small, and we'll talk more of that once we get into the mansion. Once we actually look into the mansion. But it has 10 minifigures, which is nice. And including the minifigures from the set, we almost have the complete animated series team. Like, from this set, we've got Gambit, Storm, Professor X, Wolverine, Cyclops, Jean Grey. And from the CMF, we got Beast. Now we're just missing Jubilee or something. Yeah. Hopefully she comes in another set. Hopefully it's not an expensive one like that. And also we got Rogue in the set. So yeah. At least we got the animated. At least we get the team. Like the X-Men team featured in the intro of the animated series. That's cool. So let's dive into the review, shall we? Like I said, there are 10 minifigures, and let's take a look at each one of them, shall we? Let's start with Wolverine. He's the same Wolverine that came in the X-Jet, which I'm gonna do a review on soon, but unlike the previous one, this Wolverine came with a hairpiece. Like he has two alternate faces. No. Like a scowl on one side. And then like a scowl with like a grin on one side. With the whited eyes, headband, and then the smirk on the other. Now that's Wolverine. Let's talk about Cyclops. So Cyclops comes with Cyclops is basically the same one we got in the X-Jet, which I'm gonna try to do a review on it soon, but this time he comes with leg printing, which is nice. Here's his back printing. He has a frown on one side and a slight smile on the other. He has a frown on one side. How do reviewers do this with my hand? Yes, basically the same expressions he had in the X-Jet. And then you can put his laser blast on, like it's optic blast. Sorry. And then you can pose him to be a like blasting a Sentinel or blasting Magneto or just blasting any other character if you want. Yeah, that's Cyclops. And next is Iceman. And he's the coolest X-Men in the set. Get it? He's made of ice. Okay. His accessories are the ice things, like ice crystals. And he has back printing. He's exclusive to the set. Back printing, toe printing, leg printing, no hip printing, torso printing, and an exclusive face print. So yeah, that's Iceman. And now let's go to Xavier, Professor X. So he's like a standard minifigure with the Lex Luthor head, and they used Michael Scott's torso for Professor X. But the wheelchair, like the hover chair, is nice. Stand-up blue legs. Hover chair is nice. It's mostly yellow. Yeah, with some accents of dark gray or something. Yeah. It hovers because you have two by two studs. I mean, 1 by 2 tiles. I mean, plates. Yeah, plates. And translucent, so it makes it look like it's hovering. And yeah, so yeah, that's that. Let's look at Storm next. So Storm is the torso is practically the same as a CMF figure, but they use a new face print, which is, I think, different to the CMF figure. Yeah. And they used a new cape piece with a yellow border around it. There's no leg printing, sadly. But her hair is longer in this one, because in the CMF one she had a mohawk. She has back printing. Nice back printing. An alternate face. Can you see it? Is it in focus? Alternate face. And an alternate face here. Yeah. And she comes on like in the instructions, they tell you to put a 1 by 2 brick on it, 1 by 2 translucent brick on Storm's feet. So I think for the effect she's flying or something. Hovering. Just like what they use in Professor X's real sorry about that. So, yeah. Storm. Next up we have Gambit. He's new to this. He's new to this set. I think he's my favorite character of this set. Aside from Cycle. I think he's my favorite minifigure from the set. Aside from the animated series Cyclops. Because Gambit is one of my favorite X-Men characters. Well, his torso printing is awesome, and his back printing is also awesome. And he comes with a staff, which is nice, and 3 playing cards, which you attach to this and drag with this piece in translucent pink to give the effect that he's throwing his cards, which is super nice. And he has leg printing, which is nice. But unfortunately, you can't stand up the Gambit without having his cards in the air. You have to, do this, which is still cool. Yeah. Next up, we got Bishop. He's from the 97s. What to call this? 97 series. So yeah. He's not in the animated series, I don't think. But he looks cool. He's the least, I mean, I know about him the least. I had to look him up on my Marvel encyclopedia. But he has a nice big gun, a portal thing represented with a pink stud. Okay, that just fell out of his hand. I was saying, I'm not good at close-up shots. So he has awesome torso printing, leg printing, which is nice, which is awesome. Back printing too, and he has another facial expression, which is cool. Sorry, I have to. Okay, the pink stud came loose again. I'll fix that after. But, yeah, that's Bishop. On to the next figure. Rogue. Is she in frame? No idea. Yeah. She's a fan. She's the same rogue that we got in the extract. So, yeah. She has dual head mode. I mean, face printing, dual expression, and the streak. And I like how Lego did a white streak in her hair. Yeah. So, yeah. That's nice. Last but not least, for the X-Men side, it's Jean Grey. She's technically new. I mean, not technically, because she's this is Jean. They've made a Jean Grey in the past, but it was a Phoenix version. It was a Comic-Con exclusive, and yeah. But she has this hairpiece debuted in this color in the set, so this is exclusive. And then she has dual-sided printing. I mean, dual-sided expressions, like a angry face and just a calm face. And the legs are not exclusive. You can find this bumper, I mean, not bumper piece, shoulder pad piece, else, like in other sets, like the Avengers Tower, and like not the Avengers Tower, like the 2020 Avengers Tower, but yeah, but the torso is exclusive, the legs are not. Last minifigure of the whole set, but not least, is the Master of Magnetism himself, Magneto. He's using his magnetic powers to like lift up the camera so we can see a better angle of him, like this. This is a really great figure. Animated series. If you missed out on the 2012 Deadpool Chopper Showdown and you couldn't get that Magneto, this is a nice option. It comes with a rubber cape and the helmet that like the helmet that we didn't see since 2017, the Mighty Michaels. So that's good. And he has for his accessories, he has two chest pieces on the translucent like ball with a stud to represent his powers, his magnetism powers. He comes on this disc, which is nice. He also comes, like, if you don't want the masked version of helmeted version of Magneto, he also comes with a hairpiece, which you can see his expression is a fighting expression and just a calm, evil expression. But yeah, you can put his what do you call it, hairpiece on. It's just like the receding hairline hairpiece in white. So I think that works well for him. So yeah. And the rubber cape, you can, there's back printing, but you can't really see the back printing unless you take off the rubber cape, or you can stretch it, or you can do that. You see his back printing is nice. Let me, magnetism, holding this guy together. And yeah, now you have the rubber cape back on. That's what I don't like about it. I mean, I'm fine with the rubber capes. Like, they don't tear or anything. So yeah. Now let's round out the minifigures and look at the Sentinel, shall we? And then Magneto's taking his powers to the next level by actually lifting the phone so you can see a bird's eye view of him and all the characters for that matter. And yeah, what calls? Didn't break the phone. He dropped the phone. Good thing I caught it in time. But that's Magneto, yeah. One of my favorite characters from the set. One of my favorite minifigures from the set. Now, let's move these guys aside and talk about the Sentinel, shall we? Now with the minifigures out of the way, we can focus on the Sentinel. He's a brick-built Sentinel. He's as tall as a Martian. He got shoulder articulation, forearm articulation, wrist articulation and he got ankle articulation, hip articulation, and he can swivel his head 360 degrees. But the shoulder back comes off, so it doesn't come off. This head is printed, by the way, so yeah. And then there's a spot to connect a translucent, tray peg to the Sentinel. So some character can be attacking it, like Wolverine. But personally, I won't put Wolverine on the Sentinel's back, like attacking the Sentinel. I'll put him on his bike, which comes with a set, and yeah, his feet are nice. He can 360 at the waist. And speaking of Wolverine's bike, here we can go and you can put Wolverine up. It's a new chassis piece, I think. Blue. I like it. With the black ingot on the rear and some grills on the sides of the car. motorbike. Yeah, and then you can actually put Wolverine on here. You can take his gloves out to have him ride the bike, and then you can recreate the Wolverine origin scene where he claws his, like he steers the motorbike with his claws, which we'll get to in a second when we talk about the mansion. But yeah, so, and the Sentinel can, let's move the mansion here. You can't see the mansion, can you? Let's move these characters. Repair the damage, then I'll stand them up after. And then there's this peg you can see where there's a hole in the Sentinel's feet where you can peg in the Sentinel, and then it will stay, I think. Yeah. It will stay pegged in, and then you can, like, not worry about moving as much. And then you can pose them attacking the place. So, yeah, I think that's a perfect segue into talking about the mansion, which we'll do next. So let's talk about the mansion now. So the exterior is nice. I removed all the the translucent pieces, except these ones, because this is supposed to be like street damage. But I removed all the translucent pieces you attach the characters to, because we'll be doing that in a sec after we talk about the mansion. Well, not in a sec, like in a few minutes after we finish talking about the mansion. But anyway, you can see that part of this is battle damage, which is really a unique technique, because you have those translucent jumping pieces to make it seem like the windows are frozen in place. So yeah, here you can see the peg that I was talking about to attach the Sentinel. Here is the, I'm not gonna lift this up. But you can see the claw mark is a sticker. This is fully modular, so you can take it apart like into thirds, and you can take it apart level by level. But let's talk about the outside first. Here you can see the Xavier School for Gifted Children sign. Here. Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters, I think this is. Here you can see a lamppost being thrown up or attacked by the Sentinel. And here is the coolest play feature. You can either have a figure inside the dome, or like take Magneto for example, and then the dome explodes, which is nice. Which is really easy to put back together. You just grab these two pieces, and then you put them into the thing. You put them back, and then, oh, you can have, like, Magneto inside the building, and then he explodes a dome from inside, like so. That didn't explode. And then it's supposed to, like, explode. Let's try this one more time. And now it explodes, and now you can see Magneto inside the thing, which is nice. But there's a lever on the back side, which you can put display feature for. Okay, that's not supposed to come off. That's not, the back part wasn't supposed to come off. It's only the front part that does. So here you can see a balcony with the doors leading to the mansion, which is nice. Yeah, because if there's no doors leading to the mansion, how are you gonna get to the inside the mansion? And there's doors leading to the balcony from the second floor, aka the lab, which we'll see in a bit. And you can close these doors. And there's an X, and it says Est 1963, which, if you don't know, that's when X-Men, the first issue of X-Men, debuted in 1963. And yes, there's two trees. There's two trees, one on each side of the center. Here you can see, if I just lift the balcony up, which I can't do because it's already stuck in place. Wait, if I just, here, above the door, which you can't see because the balcony is blocking it, and is Mutatus Mutandis, I think. Mutandis, which means gifted. I really don't know what it means, but it says in the instruction manual. But yeah, so let's move on to the back. And let's see the first I'll have to fix this tree, then I'll show you which. So here we got this is the this is why it's grayed off. It's like it's because the dangerous in this corridor, which in this third, which we'll see the interior when we get to the interior of the mansion in a sec. But here's a dumpster with a toad, which is I think it's a reference to the Toad, the X-Men villain, part of the Brotherhood. And then here you can see a hat, Nightcrawler's cutlass, which hat, like Beast's hat, or Nightcrawler's sword, cutlass, which I think it is, just a sword. Yeah. I don't really know. Honestly, I don't really know about X-Men, but just having this. So I won't be able to point out all the references, but from YouTube, because I watched a lot of reviews, maybe I'll have to point out, maybe I can point out some references, but here is the hat and cutlass, which I got from a movie, which I saw from a reviewer on YouTube, and here's a coin from the first class of that Magneto used to practice his magnetism on in X-Men First Class. Yeah. Here's another like chewing gum piece of chewing gum from Jubilee. So yeah, that's in the dumpster. It actually fits. The cap on, and then you can just place it here, and then okay, the fire hydrant came loose, so yeah. Here's a piping that goes all the way up to the roof. And then there's a little puddle you can see. And like a basketball hoop with a basketball. And then you could see some cardboard boxes with the Trask logo. I think there's some guy that doesn't like the mutants in the animated series. I think he's the lead. And then here you can see stickers for Nightcrawler. Here you can, and right beside it you can see a live in concert Dazzler sticker, which I think is neat. I've read that Dazzler is a singer, so yeah, maybe. Maybe we'll get them in future sets, who knows. And you can see the Days of Future Past, like comic cover, but Lego-fied and with. I personally never have seen the actual Days of Future Past comic cover. I've just seen the Lego one. with Lego-fied characters, and there's Cable, Cyclops, Gambit, Storm. Storm is from the CMF. This picture of Storm is from the CMF series. And there's Cable, Beast, Jean Grey, Magneto, Logan, Old Man Logan. So, I don't think that was a good view. So, yeah. So, I think, one more thing about the roof. This middle section, you take out the thing, right? The studs. Like when I was building this, I thought the studs would line up with this, like the top of the triangle, but I was wrong. It just sat, the top of the triangle just sat there, which is a heads up if you're planning to get this copy and you're planning on building it. If you're planning on getting the set and you're planning on building it, just know that the studs on the triangle don't line up with the studs on the triangle panel. So just keep that in mind. Same with the front. Keep that in mind. So now I think there's one more sticker. There's one more reference. I don't know what this is, but when you move the AC, bet this dumpster gets a lot. When you move the AC, there's some panel that goes into the window. I think it's a reference to Mr. Sinister, I think, but I'm not sure. Let's dive into the interior of the X Mansion, shall we? Roof come up in 3 parts, just so you're aware. But let's dive into the interior, shall we? Disclaimer: I couldn't find this piece. There were 2 pieces in the bag, but I couldn't find the other one, so I just used a gray jumper plate from my collection. A 1x2 jumper plate. And then, with that out of the way, let's start. Let's start from the leftmost of the bedroom. Here you can see the 2 beds, and this is Wolverine's bed, because you can actually recreate the meme of Wolverine lying on his bed and like lying on his bed and holding the Jean Grey and Cyclops picture. You can actually recreate that meme, which is nice. There's a boombox and everything, and a stick of chewing gum, and which is one of my favorite references. Let's get Wolverine out of there. So let's leave the photo of Cyclops and Jean Grey. It's printed on a 1x2, like it's 2x2 tile, I think. And then here is my favorite. It's the first X-Men issue, Legofied. It's nice. I don't know which set you should place it on. I'll just place it on that set. And then this set is fully modular, so you can take the take this apart and like build it. And you can stack it. I mean, from the interviews I watched, you can't. The designer says you can stack it indefinitely, so you can have like a 6-floor mansion if you wanted to. But anyway, here you get Beast Lab. So yeah, you get Beast Lab. He's built copy, that's why he's not in the set, according to the interviewers. So yeah, just wanted to share that with you. And next we got Cerebro, aka the Lab, which you can get a adamantium X-ray, a bone X-ray of Wolverine beneath this MRI machine. So, and then you can take Professor X, and then you can take this Cerebro thing. It's got Cerebro on, which is nice. I mean, should have been bigger and in a bigger room, but you could see what he's looking at is a screen full of mutants across the world. And next up, we've got this danger room with a chest thing that references First Class. The X-Men First Class, the scene where Xavier and Magneto play chess. Yeah, but a thing that I forgot is the filing cabinet. You have a microbiology thing right there. And the popcorn, like a soda can or something. Yeah. How do you say it? Pop or soda? Just leave a comment. And then here is an elevator. And then here you can take out the filing cabinet. And then inside you have a... Okay, you dropped it. Let's... Inside you have a cookie and the syringe. So, yeah. This filing cabinet is made with nice techniques. I just chucked it over in there. Yeah. But it places on this one stud. And then let's get Professor X out of Cerebro. Okay. Cerebro just stands on a plate. On a stand right there, made with 2 pieces. And you can see the Cerebro thing, which I can zoom in and you can see, yeah. You can see VHS, Lab Level 01. You can see some. And then in this cabinet, got some VHS tapes that you can actually slide out which is like a couple of jumper sets and jumper plates in black with VHS tape on top. Let's get Professor X out of here. So, and then let's zoom into the next room, shall we? Here's the chessboard I was talking about earlier. And here you can see the danger room. I mean, it's not lit up or anything, but you can place a character there. Like, let's take Cyclops for example. And then he's just there chilling, just supervising the mutants in the danger room, which is nice. Here you have 2 levels of the danger room, which is cool. So yeah, let's keep Cyclops there, and then let's move on to the first floor, shall we? So, the danger room is like if you don't know, the danger room is where the X-Men train. It's in the X-Mansion. There's some techie like references to the danger room. For dangers, there's like techie stickers that are references to universes and Earths. You can take all 4 dangers out. There's 2 dangers in the first floor and 2 dangers in the second floor. So, I mean, there's more dangers, but these are removable dangers. So, each danger segment is. Let me move this out of the way to get access to the rackets. Each danger segment has a what it calls has a number on it. So I think this is the 1965 is. I don't know what that is. January 41. Maybe it's the first. It's the 141 edition. I think it's the first edition of Gambit. And then Uncanny X-Men is the first appearance of Gambit is in 1419. Maybe January 41, 1965 is where the first edition of Gambit, first appearance of Gambit debuted. And the Uncanny X-Men is 266 is maybe where the first Sentinel debuted. And I don't know if this is the Lego Marvel Universe or the same universe as the animated series. Here's another Earth 13122. I don't know if that's the actual. Well, okay, Wolverine's chilling over there. Let's move him here. I don't know which one is the Earth from the Marvel Superheroes Lego game, but you can swap out dangers. Like here we got lasers, like torpedoes, rockets, and chainsaws. So since it's fully modular, or this is a feature, you can swap out dangers, like the instructions ask you to put dangers the right way, but you can mix and match them to customize your danger room, just like in the show and in the movies, I think. Yeah, which is nice. And you can like put Gambit here in the danger room. I mean, you can stand them up, but yeah. Here, danger room. There's lights, a rock wall, I think, spikes. There's a light, a security camera, and yeah. And then here, you see this X. You see this thing. You pull this electricity box, and then the door opens. How cool is that? And here is the mutant. I mean the news guy. He's a news guy. He's a mutant too. Sentinels returned, keeping us all safe, right? And then it says mutants everywhere. And here we get the iconic Lego fire hydrant. And then this can split up into 3 parts as well. Like so. Here where the battle damage, so either someone like broke the interior, broke the exterior from the danger room, like using the powers or something, or the sentinels just stomped in and broke it. And here you get a mutant registration to vote thing. Like, pick one. I don't know what it says. Mutant registration vote. And now, and here's another elevator. Good thing they have elevators, so that Professor X can go in his wheelchair, use the elevator. But the elevator doesn't work. It's just it's just something to be there to simulate an elevator. Here's a red cup, which is like one of the trademarks of the designer or something. And here's a astronaut. Yeah. And this is really something. It took me 15 minutes of trial and error I almost had it. But just to take, I had to put one more thing up there. I mean, I had to put one more piece in there. It took me 15 minutes to do it. So yeah. It took me, like 15 minutes of trial and error to finish that mosaic, or that rug. And 2 comfy chairs that you can fit two X-Men in, or just civilians. And now you can take out the balcony, which isn't really a play feature, but okay. Took that whole thing off. And then now you can see the mutatus. If I can, yeah, okay. Put it back on. Yeah. This is really a great set. And we're not even done with the review yet. We still have 2 more rooms to go through. And then here, flipping over to the back side, you can see glass and danger room. Glass is that way. Of course the danger room's that way. Which is, yeah, danger room. Let me zoom out. Here you can see the thing more closely. Pyro exit, and then there's like a fire escape thingy. There's no fire escape on this. The back alleyway, yeah. If you have more modules, you can connect it and form one back alleyway. But this is the only Marvel module I have. Yeah, maybe my first Marvel module. Maybe I'll start collecting. I don't know. But here we got a library thing. Here we got Beast teaching the first class. You can see here. This first class online, which is obviously a reference to X-Men First Class, which I love. Here you can see some students and Beast being upside down while teaching the class in Beast fashion, typical Beast fashion. At least we got a minifigure of him in the CMF series, which is nice. Here we got the travel brochure in the Japan, and here we got let me zoom out again. Here we got a black board, important info, and then there's and then Wolverine just drew the X-Jet set, but he drew the Blackbird with him on it, and then it says Roosts Logan, which are nice. You have 2 chairs in the classroom, which is more like a mini classroom than a classroom. I mean, and then you get this brochure, like a business card. Xavier School. We can move one of the chairs so you can see. Just a minute. Xavier School, Charles Xavier. Which you're supposed to put under the floor, but I couldn't see. I mean, like once you're done building it, you couldn't see it, so yeah. So that's why I put it in this area. Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to put the chairs back in place. There, you got the chairs back in place, and then you can move these AC with the board, and then you can get Suiba, a Sentinel Ranger. So I think we covered most of this. I don't think there's anything else to cover, so I'll put it all back, and then put the minifigures on, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. So, my final thoughts on this model is a good display piece. I mean, yeah, because you can make a fight scene in the front yard of the X mansion, but I think that's what you're paying for, the $30. But also, you get a couple nice play features. At least one nice play feature, the exploding dome. I think I crashed somebody, but yeah. So let me fix that. let me fix that. But $330 is a nice, I think a bit overpriced. But it's a nice price for all the things you get in this set. I think it's a nice price. Now, where's Magneto? I think that's a nice price. Yeah. But my only concern, my only flaw with this is they should have made the rooms bigger. Like, because I was reaching my hand in there to put Gambit and to get like Gambit out of the danger room. And it didn't work. I mean, my hand was like the size of the danger room. So yeah. I think I was reaching my hand to get a piece from the danger room for one of the dangers. But yeah. But yeah. The rooms are kind of cramped and my hand is kind of big. So yeah. But I like the set. It's a good display piece to display all your heroes in action. You can either follow the instructions to display it or display it on your own. I kind of did a mix of both. I kind of followed the instructions and like the Iceman tending to the ice is instruction based, but like Cyclops on the balcony is my own. I probably did 95% of the display on the instructions, like Magneto on the dome is what they tell you in the instructions. But yeah. But my favorite of them all is Logan trying to what's it called? Logan trying, the reference is, I love that. Logan trying to, like, make a U-turn in X-Men Origins. Yeah, that's just nice. And then, but they should have a more solid connection for this. Plus, you have, the cool thing about this is, I don't own the Daily Bugle, but the Daily Bugle had problems. Like, they didn't align to the other modules. Like, Avengers Tower, Sanctum Sanctorum, yeah. They didn't align. But, now, with the 2024, like, X-Mansion, this set, they properly aligned the thing. So yeah. So yeah, that mistake has been fixed. Daily Bugle is like $20 higher than this. Comes with, like, as a skyscraper. Comes with double the minifigs. But for an X-Men fan like me, I'm more into X-Men than Spider-Man, to be honest. But for an X-Men fan like myself, I think this is a good price. You get all the main X-Men. You get all the main X-Men and a Sentinel and the X-Mansion. And the Magneto is so cool. Like, I made my own custom animated series Magneto, but that more looked like the comics than the 2012 one. But this one is so nice. So it comes with 10 minifigs, a center, and the mansion, and like some posing sticks and whatnot. So, I think if you're an X-Men fan or just a Marvel fan, and you have the money to buy this, this is a must buy. I love this. I mean, it's not as big as the Avengers Tower or the Daily Bugle. It's short compared to that, but it has a lot of details, a lot of references, a lot of stuff. And there's more references when you build the actual mansion. Like in the building process, there's like a couple references. But yeah, good thing I spent my money on this. This is nice. I mean, good thing I didn't. So, I think that's it for this video. I'll catch you in the next one. Like Mateo, signing off.